Kia ora and welcome to Craft Artosaurus. My name's Paula and today is Tuesday, so it's sewing day. I'm wanting to actually do something for Annie Claxton. So she's going to be at a Bazzar sewing day, and they're going to have a sewing corner there. So this is in England, it's nowhere else. And so what I thought I would do is I would make something a little bit small and kind of use my scrappy bits of fabric, and from there I would send that to her and hopefully she can place it on whatever they're making. So a little bit of New Zealand could be on there. I'd really love to be there and sew with all these ladies. It just sounds like so much fun. So I've drawn a couple of pictures and I want them to be small, and I need to be able to send them through the post because realistically the quickest way is going to be post. I think the last time I sent her my Scrappy square, that took like a week, but when I sent her a little parcel, I think that took like 2 to 3 months. So I don't know what it is about the letters, but they seem to get through a lot quicker. So if that helps anyone else, you know, there you are, information for free. So I've drawn a butterfly because Annie really loves butterflies, and I thought, well, that would be fun. It's quite small, and I'm deliberately making everything small so that, you know, I can get it through the post. That's basically it. My aim in life is to get this through the post. Whatever I make must go through the post. So I quite like that because Annie loves butterflies. And then I drew another one which was slightly bigger and a bit more complex. So both of these are very small. Both of them will fit in an envelope. In fact, I could most probably do both of these and send them with a card and they would get through quite quickly. So they're my first two ideas. You see, I can't just stop at 2, can I? Wait, there's more. Then I went on to birds. I thought it'd be really cool to send her a kiwi. Look, there's a little kiwi. It's a quick sketch. A kiwi is different from a kia, which is also known as a wood pigeon, which we have everywhere here, and people get really excited. They go, oh, it's a kiwi, and it's the middle of the day. No, darling, it's a kia. It's not a kiwi. Kiwis are smaller, their bodies are rounder, their eyes are nicer. Gosh, their beaks, I think, are shorter than a weka's. A weka's longer or a kiwi's longer? It could be thicker. I don't know. You see, it's been so long since I've seen a kiwi. That's because I don't go out at night time. Another thing which is really popular here on the coast, and this is just a piece of paper that I've drawn on, what do you call it? Just watercolor paper, so I can cut them out and use them as a template because that's the way I roll. I've done a quick wood pigeon, and I thought, oh, that's rather sweet, and I do like the thought of a wood pigeon, very New Zealand. Our wood pigeons are a lot bigger than wood pigeons, than pigeons overseas. So, you know, if you went to a fancy restaurant and they had pigeon on the menu and they come out and they give you a piece of meat about this big, you know, that's a pigeon. And a pigeon's egg's even smaller. Not our pigeons. No. When New Zealand says let's have a pigeon, we have a pigeon. These are massive, absolutely massive, and when they fly over your house they make a whoosh kind of sound. So I quite like wood pigeons. We have them here. They're always on the power lines outside. I think I have a photo, so if I can find it I will post it in here, but I'm not quite sure because I had to get rid of a lot of photos, using the phone for something else. And then I thought, oh, maybe I should just do a really small quick bird. So this is my idea so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut everything out, draw it on. I'm not going to cut this one out. I was thinking, oh, maybe I should do an easier bird, but I'm going to cut everything out, and then from there I'll draw it on a piece of felt, and we can scrappy sew together, which is what it's all about today. So it's scrappy sewing. I guess we go scrappy dappy sew. I'm not sure. I'll be back shortly anyway. Okay, I've cut everything out, and I think maybe everything's too small now. The little bird that I did on that piece of cardboard, I just drew and made bigger. The kiwi I cut around, and yeah, it's really small. but I guess it'll go on the post well, so it'll also go on whatever they make quite easy. 7 centimeters long and 3.5 centimeters at its height. My wood pigeon is obviously longer. I'm not going to do inches on you. Let's have a look here from the tip to the, so that's 9 centimeters. That's quite big really, isn't it? And yeah, nearly 3 centimeters at the width, so it's quite small, but rather nice. This one's 9.5 and it is 6, so that's better. The butterfly, I just kind of I winged it. I winged it. It was 10 centimeters and at its height, oh, that's 6. That's a pretty good size actually. And this is the fancy butterfly that I really like. We don't have them here in New Zealand, but I've seen them overseas, and I've seen them in Te Papa, our museum, and also in Canterbury Museum. So yeah, so this is 11 centimeters and gosh, 7.5. So they really are, whoa, that was annoying. They really are very, very scrappy. So I'm going to go and pick some fabrics, and yeah, it's looking good. I think I can fit all of this into an envelope too, which is quite promising to send overseas. And that was my main aim. Send it overseas. Annie can pick whichever one she likes the most, and throw it on to the quilt or whatever it is she's making. But then there'll be a little bit of New Zealand there. So it could be a butterfly, it could be the kiwi, it could be the wood pigeon. I don't know. It could be, I'm calling this a pigeon too because it reminds me of that pigeon story. What was that? Oh, it used to be a pigeon stories. The girls, I used to read to the girls, and this shape always reminds me of it. So yep, you know, you have the little, it's a very kidsy story, and I've forgotten it. I read it to them so often I've forgotten what the story's about. So let me go and grab some fabric, and I'll be back, and then we'll do some stitching together. See you soon. Okay, I'm surrounded by fabric now. I've ripped off some calico for the birds to go on, so I can put some Kiwiana fabric on the back, especially on the kiwi and, sorry, I'm just trying to get all the bits off, the kiwi and the wood pigeon. So I thought that would be really, really nice. I'm not going to be saving those at all. They'll go straight into an ort jar. The butterflies just look a little bit bigger now, so I'm quite happy with that. And then I can do a bit of a background too. So I've at least done a little bit of stitching, and they can just place, oh, does that one fit? Yes, they'll just place that on whatever they've quilted, so it'll be nice and easy. They can leave the scrappy edges if they like and that sort of thing, but there'll be fabric over it. Now I'm going to do the kiwi first, and that's mainly because I'm going to use these bits of fabric that I got in my textured one from Bazzar. So this gives me a chance to actually use them. So I'm kind of excited by it, to tell you the truth. Yeah. So I'm going to use both of these. And I've also got this rather beautiful flower material, which is what I think I will put behind, because you can see through. So on the kiwi itself, I'll cover it all with this, and because that's covered, that'll be behind it, so it looks a little bit darker, because if you put the kiwi straight onto this, you can see the purple felt. Didn't really think about it, did I? But yeah, but I think that'll be really, really sweet. So I'm quite happy to do that. And so that's my plan on this one. So I'm just going to cut a little bit of this off, and I will, I want to check it's going to go. Yep, there we go. Am I in shot? Yes, I am. Sorry if I wasn't. So I'm going to cut a bit of that off, and it will, I'll sew that, Kaffir stitch that down, and then from there when I go to add these on, I'll come back. But to get this all ready, I'm going to do that first. And I'm definitely using both of these. I think they're so gorgeous. And it's really going to, it's bringing some of Bazzar into it, which I think is really, really sweet. So the background, I'm actually going to use some New Zealand fabric. So yeah, I'm just going to, it's a rosy thing that's quite dark. I can't find my other New Zealand fabric. I've obviously put it in a safe place, which annoys me. So yeah, as soon as I've done this, I'll find it, so that's fine. But I'll throw that on the back, and then you see the kiwi that you can't see will go there. And then this green is quite dark, and that's very New Zealand bush to me. So yeah, that'll be there, and then these bits will be on there, and add the little feet, and it'll be a teeny weeny little bit there. So I'm just going to kaffir stitch this onto the calico, and I'm going to kaffir stitch this pretty flower material onto the kiwi, and then I'll come back and I'll finish that off with you. So I'm just going to go through and do all of these. The next one I really need to get onto is, of course, the wood pigeon. Now, I quite like the thought of using this behind the wood pigeon. It's got all the colours in here that the wood pigeon has. So, you know, I don't have to go traditional on the wood pigeon. I didn't get any blue when I brought my Bazzar pack. I got greens. So, and wood pigeons are bluey green, which is why I like this, and I like putting it at the back. And also it's got the kururu, the fern, and that's like a really important symbol here in New Zealand. So I'm definitely adding some New Zealand in there, just a little bit, not a lot. And again, I'm just going to cut, one hopes wherever. I'm in a bit of a mess now. I don't know how other people keep it so darn tidy. I really don't. I'm sure their desks must be a mess. They just have never shown us. I'm fairly certain it must be. So I'm just going to, I'm most probably out of shot again. So just give a bit of a cut and a rip. And then just check it still fits. So cut and a rip. First of all, I'm going to do this kaffir stitch, you know, just running stitch all over this. And the wood pigeon, I'm not quite sure yet, so I'm going to leave that. I know it's got white here, and it's got a white bit under here, and the rest of it is a lovely kind of greeny blue. And I do have loads and loads and loads of different things from when I got my pack, so I'm thinking I will use some of this on the wood pigeon, so it won't look like a New Zealand wood pigeon, but I'll know it's a wood pigeon, and if Annie watches this, she'll know it's a wood pigeon. So I don't know, I'm just going with it now, aren't I? Oh, so that's another one. I'm just going to leave to the side, and this one we will do together. I'll just really stitch into it and add fabrics to it of what I've got from the Bazzar pack. So where did I put the kiwi? Because I really should keep everything together, shouldn't I? Look, I placed it somewhere safe. Oh, very good at doing this. Oh, there it is. So there's my kiwi, there's my wood pigeon. Two backgrounds sorted. And I'm leaving these pieces up here on my desk. This one I can do whatever I want with, so I'm going to come back to that. And also this can be whatever I want. So behind one of them, I'm going to place this lovely material, which I really, really love. So I think I'm going to put it behind the plainer one. I don't know, it just reminds me of New Zealand bits and pieces. So we'll give that a little chop and a pull. And again, I'm just going to go away and kaffir stitch that, just a little bit of running stitch, nothing exotic. And when I come to do the butterfly, I'll come back to you all. So there we go. There's the background. There's the butterfly. Oh, I suppose I should do. There's the background. There's the butterfly. So I'm wanting to use some Bazzar scraps all over this butterfly. So I might use silk and all sorts of things that we got. I think it'll be gorgeous. And remember, I got lots and lots of gold yellows. So that could be really fun to put on the butterfly. In fact, I think it would be. Look at that piece. That on a butterfly on its own, it's gorgeous. And it really pops from this. So there's lots of lovely fabrics I can pick from. So we'll come back and do that shortly. This one, I was just thinking of using some of this to tell you the truth. So it's in the sky, it's pretty, it's flying around, having itself a butterfly ball. So just check it, cut a little bit, and pull. There we go. And again, I'm going to use what I've got from Bazzar. Okay, that's all done. I'm sorry, my cat is asleep in this room, so you're going to hear snoring in the background. So I'm going to say, please excuse Cinder. He might wake up and move on. You never know. You could get lucky, but I have a sinking suspicion he's just going to sit there and snooze and snore. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. So cute. Let me just cut off the back of this because I didn't actually trim this one down at all. I just went for it. There we go. Right, so I've got the kiwi all covered with that lovely fabric, and I've used my glitter thread because I'm in love with it. I still am. There you go. He's just woken up, so I think, yep, he's walking out the room. I'm making too much noise. How dare I? How dare I? So before we put the kiwi down onto this piece of fabric, here comes Cleo. Hello, Cleo. I'm just going to grab these bits of fabric that I got from now. So what seems to happen is you pull those bits out, don't you? Right, well, let's put this lighter one at the back. Let's have a look. Can we perhaps... Now that's my dog making noise. Oh, I tell you, it's a noisy day today in this house. Noisy, noisy day. Noisy, noisy day. There we go. We'll just go like that. And yes, I know it's a bit bigger than the kiwi. I'm not cutting exactly to size, but I figure I will fix that all up with a stitch holding it down. I do like that. Oh, I don't know about. Okay, well, let's just do that. And I want some of this black as well. I think is it folded over? Yes, it is folded over. Here we go. Oh, gave it a jolly good wash. I think I want to use this bit down here. I'm just going to cut a little bit off, like that. And hope it's the right size. Oh, that's pretty darn good actually. Right. I quite like that. I've done a little French knot for its eye right there. Yeah, if I figure it's cute, why not? Why not go with that? I'm still using my lovely glitter thread. Let me put a knot in the end of it. And I will carefully, well, I'm just carefully in my book. I just want to carefully, I'm just going to put a couple of stitches over like that. Hopefully not grab my finger with my needle. don't know if this is going to go over. Okay. Yeah, I'm quite like the thought of sending the kiwi. Quite like the kiwi. It took me a little while to do the, in fact, I've done all the backgrounds and everything, but the overstitch on a kiwi took the longest. I don't know. I guess, you know, I wanted the fabric to be all pretty and everything, and so I was very careful with it. Now, of course, I'm just slapping it together, aren't I? Oh, I can feel this thread moving in my hand. It's kind of a bit, oh, there we go. Maybe I should do that. There we go. Am I still in shot? I think I am. So I'm just stitching it down, and I'm just going to keep on doing bits and pieces like that. Down with my thread. Here we go. Oh, crumbs. That was exciting. That was Cleo. Cleo Rose? No. Oh, she's going to bark. I don't know what time it is. There's kids walking past or something. And just put this through. Oops. Flick the kiwi everywhere. Just putting a knot in the end. Nice, quick, simple. And we'll put this bit of fabric around. I was actually toying with the notion of doing the trick that Tori does with, I think I will actually. Oh, that's the wrong side. Bad side first, Paula. Bad side first. Of using a brat for the eye. I don't know though if this is like in a quilt that's going to be used on a bed, so I guess that might not work. Yeah. Gosh, that was a bit away, wasn't it? Oh, feels like the thread's falling out again. So I might find a little brat and throw that in there. Oh. The other side. Well, it's certainly worked out to how I wanted it to, so that's nice. Another thing, kiwi, flightless, you know. I guess that's why Air New Zealand never used kiwi air. Oh dear, I'm a shocker. Just ignore me. Just ignore me. Oh. Ooh. There we go. Right. So that's my little kiwi dude, and I quite like that, and he will go on to there. So I just need to find some brats. So I'm going to leave him there for now. It looks very cool, really happy. Come to the butterfly, and all I did here was stitch very badly. I just went around the outside and went in ever increasing circle, you know, squares into the middle. Yep, it was very relaxing, very fun. So I'll just fix up the bits on the side. So it wasn't too bad. Really enjoyed myself doing these teeny weeny little bits and pieces. So yeah, I do love doing scrappy things. And the butterflies, I don't think it matters which way around it goes. And I was thinking of using this, wasn't I? Ooh, I quite like that. We can put that on the bottom wing. That would be rather sweet, wouldn't it, to go on the bottom ring? I think that's the correct side there. So I will, how are we going to do this? I'm not really sure how it fits. Guess I should put the wing over it, shouldn't I? And work it out. I think I want that bit there at the bottom so it looks kind of funky and cool. Okay. Have I got smaller scissors? Yes, I have. Just feels a little bit too big. Feels like I can't quite cut properly, and I'm sure it's just me. Okay, I'm just going to go like that. That's one wing. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I do love that. So if I fold it the other way, says I with hope in my little heart, we should be able to cut around this one and get the same effect, or the same size, or there we go. I feel like I'm not wasting. I'm just holding it in my hand and yeah, giving it a good cut. Not being, I guess I'm being a little bit exact because I want them to be the same shape, but oh, there we go. One on that side, one on this side. Oh, that's very cute. I do like that. I just want it to hang over a little bit. I'm very happy with that. Now we need something at the top here. We also need the body. I've got the bug still happening. Oh, I quite like that. That would be really sweet out the side. Let's have a look. So if I cut it like that. Oh gosh, I hope this was the right size. I've cut it now. Once you start cutting, you're fine. It's that first cut, isn't it? When you, do I want it that way or that way? I think I want it that way. Oh, I do like that. Oh, and I like that little fringe bit happening. So, yeah. Let's have a look. Needle. And I have needles in my beautiful Victorian one that Christine, Create and Craft Christine, I won with her. It's such a beautiful, beautiful piece. I really do love it quite a bit. Using it all the time. I need to make some more for myself, so she's released a video on the Victorian pin cushion that you've seen me use quite a bit. Now I'm just going to cut that with these teeny weeny little scissors, like that, and then it's this one here. It goes up to there. Oh, that looks great. Yep, I can really see that taking shape. We need, now I do love this, so I want to keep that if I can, but I need something in the middle. Gosh, a bit messy, but ooh, that's so pretty. What am I going to have in the middle? Something darkish. What have we got here from, got bits and pieces all through it. I washed everything because, you know, that's what you're meant to do, and bits everywhere, and I need one of those lint taker away things. Yeah, I used to have one years ago. I don't know what I did with it. It used to sit with my sewing machine, I think. But oh, goodness knows what I've done with it. So I think if we go down like this and we can cut it like there. Whoops. We can put that in the middle there. It'll be all nicely cut down. That bit. So I think we'll have to do the middle bit first, then we'll do these, and then we'll do that. Yep. So I'm just going to, this one's definitely done, so I'm very happy. Yeah. And of course I'll add some antennae in the background. So let me just put that to one side. Well, I've been busy sewing. I found this on the floor, so I'm going to put it as the beak over here. I've decided, so yeah, that'll go there. I'll chop it down and put that in place. So there is my wood pigeon, which I'm very happy with. This one I still haven't finished, so it's all basted and everything, so I just need to get on and do the duck. So that'll look lovely when I've done that. Mr. Kiwi needs feet added to him, but he's basically all done. I'm not going to do anything to the background. I think he looks great. And then that just left the two little butterflies I decided to do. So these are just bits of scraps, really. Yeah, I've added some flowers in the middle of the butterfly. It needs some little antennae. I think it looks really cute. And I think this one's finished as well. So I'm going to send these over to Annie as soon as I'm finished. You'll see them on Thursday. Hopefully by then I will be. So she's going to be at the Bazzar weekend over there in England, and they're going to have a sewing corner, a hand stitching sewing corner, and so these pieces can go on that, or if she wants to, she can give them away to people. It doesn't really bother me. So yeah, I just wanted to do something that could go, at least one of these I feel hopefully should fit on the quilt. And I've used my Bazzar stuff, so you know, it's just, this is very well traveled Bazzar stuff. So it's gone from India to England to New Zealand, from New Zealand back to England. Oh my goodness, now I think about it, it's the best traveled sari scrap material ever in the world. Truly it is, isn't it? So I'm thrilled actually with what I've created today. They're very quick, they're lots of fun. Yeah, I do love the duck, and I can't wait to get in and do my little duck. But I think my favourite is my wood pigeon. So yeah, there's something about this wood pigeon I really, really like. So I'm going to put this little beak on, most probably cut it down and put it on. And I think that'll be that all finished. And I love the New Zealand bush kind of scene behind it that I see there. So yep, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So if you like this, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you on Thursday. I did a bit of a shopping haul when I went through to Christchurch, and on top of that, Egg Stitchery Bird has sent a brand new box to me that I've been waiting for just a little while though, and so you'll get to look at that too, which is marvelous. So yeah, a boho slow stitch kit, which will be lovely to look at. So I'll see you all on Thursday. Have a lovely day, and yeah, bye for now everyone. Bye.